Last Saturday, I met a guy from Alang-Alang, which is Edwin Taho. And I picked him up in Las Piñas in Perpetual College. And then, while we were on our way from Alang-Alang to Manila, when we were talking about inside the U.S., inside the van, I told him, have you been visited the mall in Pasay, which is MOA? And he said, I've never been through it. So I make an appointment to him, and last Saturday, I picked him up in Perpetual Health College. And then while we were on our way going to MOA, and I interviewed him, and I said, do you still have a father? And he said, I don't have a father. Why? Did he lost his life from Yolanda? And he said, no. But still you have a mother. Yes. Your mother is working? Yes, in barangay. Have I seen your mother during our stay in Alang-Alang? And he said, yes, I'm sure, but I know you don't know my mother. So that's the story. And then when we reached out in MOA, I toured him in MOA, and I asked him again, where did you get your allowances from school? Because he's a scholar in school. He was the sprinter, 200, 400, and 1,500 meters. He's a runner and full scholar in Perpetual Health, board and lodging. And I said, how much your mom send you money every month? 500 pesos. 500? I was so shocked, it's only 500. And I said, is that monthly? And he said, no. Sometimes 2 months before I receive 500 pesos. So it took me some time, and we never talked each other again when I heard this story. And then while we are touring in MOA, I saw save 30, 50, 20, 10% discount, and I said, you go there and pick what you want, and I will pay it for you. But I will not go with you. I'll stay here when you get what you want, and then go to me and I'll pay. So he went and moved, and then pick up a t-shirt, and I paid it. And then I said, what do you want to eat? And he said, kahit ano po, pwede. And I said, hindi, ano ba talaga gusto mo? Sabi niya, rice. Okay, so we went to Max's restaurant, and I ordered many food, and you know, I just order only one. When I go to restaurant, I only order one cup of rice, and he ordered 2, and then all of the food, because I'm not eating so much, and then I left it with him, and then he finished off. And then after that, and I said, okay, let's go to supermarket and buy groceries. And I want you to buy toiletries. So I told him, don't get a small one, just get the big one. So he got it, and then I said, oh, you want food? Do you have food in your dorm? And he said, no. Okay, let's go there and then pick what you want. And then after that, oh, you don't have drinks, so I get him Gatorade, the big one. And then I pay it again, and then, oh, would you like to go home? And then he said, no, I don't like to go home yet. So what do you want? So we went to the mall, and then we sit there, and I said, okay, let's take a coffee break. So I took him in Krispy Kreme, And he said to me, "No, I'm full. No, just only one donut, and don't order drinks anymore, just water. But I'll take coffee." So while we were talking about all these things in his life, then I introduced to him who Christ is. And then while I was doing this, and I said, "Would you like to accept Jesus Christ in your life today?" And he said, "Yes, I want." So we prayed, and he accepted Christ at that time. And then after we prayed, and I asked him, "What do you feel right now?" And he said, "Gumaan po yung pakiramdam ko." And then he, with all smiles, and then I said to him, "Okay, because Christ now cleansed the heart of yours." And then, while we were on our conversation, and then he said again, "Alam nyo, talagang gumaan yung pakiramdam ko. Hindi ko lang malaman kung paano, pero gumaan with all smiles." So, with all these things that I'm sharing to you today, and even yesterday, one of the acolyte who is in Pasay, acolyte ng Tagalog Mass, celebrating his birthday yesterday. And he keeps on inviting me, and he's so happy to invite me. And even last night, after the Mass, he said, "Deacon, you go to my house, it's my birthday today." And with all, I am exhausted, I am tired, and I said, "Yes, I will go." But when I found out their place is so crowded, it's just like a squatter area. And I said, how many families living here in one room? Over 8. Oh, it's just like the dove. Sabi ko, house of a dove. And then, he prepared cake, ice cream, and spaghetti. He was only one. It's only her mother doesn't have a husband anymore. It's only one child. He's alone. And then, the happiness that you brought to these people cannot be bought by any amount of money. And yet, what do we possess in our lives? And even the young rulers possess everything in his life. He owns much property. And then he said to Jesus Christ, I have already doing this. And yet, who is the rich young ruler? For me, he is an arrogant person, and yet he is a wealthy young ruler, and yet the possessions that he has, when Jesus Christ told him, "Okay, sell all your possessions and give it to the poor," and what his attitude was, is grieving. You see, Jesus Christ always telling us every day of our lives, because he said that we should always love the poor. We should always possessing this kind of attitude, that loving the poor and sharing what we have, because God has blessed us so much. If God has blessed us so much, we should always be a blessing, especially to the poor people, because this is what God has told us to do. And yet, the thing that the young ruler has, could you imagine when Jesus Christ, "Sell your possession and give it to the poor"? Because God has no respecter of person. Even you're rich, you're poor, He's always equal. And he said in Romans chapter 3, verse 23, "All have sinned and fall short of the glory of God." And yet, the thing that God has wanted us to do in our life is to share what we have. Sometimes it's not just money. Sometimes lifting up your brother. Sometimes touching your brother. Giving a tap, smiling. It's not just finances. Sometimes when we said share your blessing, we're always thinking of what? We're always thinking of money. No, it's not. The words that you speak, the encouragement that you share, yes, the blessings, the food that you have, share your food. It's not always the finances that we're talking to this about, the possessions that we have. Because God has given us all. We have His given talents that we may use it in His kingdom. And I was so happy that in His kingdom, walang pinipili. Everybody is welcome. That's why we should be rejoicing, because we are working in His kingdom. We are part of His kingdom. Let's share His kingdom. And let's share that Jesus Christ is King of kings and Lord of lords. Thank you and good morning.